It really all comes dodges who's nukes, and Captain Spank leaves the game. And though we have lost Captain Spank, we have a rather comical second game to check out. Of course, doing things. Sometimes you get a little bit behind on things. Actually, let me tell this story. This is a good story. I actually alluded to this, and I've been seeing people ask about it in the chat. Once upon a time, this is not related to Fun Day Monday, but listen, I'm telling a story here. Okay, let me remove all these pens from my contact case in my pocket. It's very lumpy. Once upon a time, I was a sophomore at Harvey Mudd College. There was required math courses. So the only place to fit these math courses in everyone's schedule to deal with all the varying majors that were there was to put them really early in the morning. I had a 9:35 a.m. class, and that's weird because I get up before 9 most days now, but like back then, like 9:35 was like the earliest thing I had ever heard. Like chemistry majors have their classes start at 8, and I was like, well, I guess I'm just not going to be a chemistry major. Like the unimaginably early. Most of the math classes were in the afternoon, but that was for the major. For like the required math courses, super early. So I was taking this linear algebra course. By golly, there was this 1 week where I couldn't get up, you know. I just couldn't get up, and there's that weird, crazed, insane person that overcomes you when your alarm goes off. Like, that is not me. I actually can totally relate to werewolves because they murder people when they're in werewolf form. They don't want to murder people, and I get into that same zone when my alarm goes off. You should hear me when I'm at like 11:30, like as I'm getting into bed. Tomorrow, I'm going to wake up and exercise. I'm then going to cook myself a healthy breakfast, and I'm going to get the day started by 8:30. My alarm goes off at 7, and now I don't own a phone because I just shoved it off my counter and it shattered. That is why I don't want to get up. Like, it goes off, and like sometimes there's even people that I have to do things with. Like, I remember once my roommate was like, dude, let's get up and try to go work out. I really want to go check out the new pool at the nearby gym. I was like, cool, man, let's do it. So then he comes in at 7, and he's like, come on, man, let's go swim. And I was like, fuck off, I'm sleepy. Like, I woke up alert and yelled at him and lied back down and was unconscious in a second. I said foul, horrible things to him because my animalistic, instinctual brain was trying to defend this poor, fat pile of blubber and hair, trying to make sure it could sleep long enough. So it was one of those kind of weeks where I just could not get up, not in the slightest. I hate awakening. I like staying awake. I like staying asleep. I have a lot of inertia. So one of these days, I'm in class, and I've started to just review my homework. I've been turning in homework all week. I've been reviewing my notes because I know midterms are coming up. And the teacher is writing all these numbers on board. It looks kind of like a graph with bars going up. And it's kind of weird because I was wondering why we were looking at these graphs in linear algebra. It was kind of weird, continuous graph. And he says, now here are the scores, the score distribution for this last week's midterm. And I was like, for the fucking, what the shit, for the midterm? And he's like, yeah, I think a lot of you did well. We've curved it up. The average was around a 68, so we're going to be pulling things up a little bit more. And I was just like, so he's like, all right, so now let's go ahead and pass your midterms back. And he has this stack of papers, and he hands it to the front row, and the guys start flipping through it, and it's like the graded midterms. And I'm just seeing this pack of graded midterms approach me as I'm sitting there. So now I've received a packet of completed graded midterms, and the kid who's like right here, like he's like our shoulders are touching. He's looking at me, waiting for his midterm. So I'm in a weird spot because I can't just like take the midterm stack and pass it along, right? I gotta like go, so I don't know why I did this. I could have gone, oh shit, and just handed it to him. But I have to pantomime. I'm a human. So I take the stack and I put it down. I hide it from him. And then I shuffle in my backpack, pull out homework from another class, and put it in the packet and then lift it back up and shuffle through it and just take that homework back out again. I looked crazy, and he's like watching me do this. Like, I'm here, like I'm right here, and I'm just like, oh fuck, this is just please, like like if he died the next day, I would have been like, Jesus, what a relief! Thank God he's dead. I couldn't have lived with that one. And then of course I have to go up to the professor, and I mean, if you've watched, you know, a lot of my shows, like I'm not gonna be a defense person. I'm gonna be pretty earnest. But this is a very hard situation to be earnest in. Because I'm like, Prof Rao? And he's like, yeah, hey, what's up, Sean? I'm like, yeah, I didn't take the midterm. I just came out with it. He was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I didn't take it. And he's like, well, how did that happen? And I'm like, well, you know, I was planning on working out last week, but I don't know, I kind of accidentally slept till 2 p.m. for 7 days in a row. And I'm antisocial. Well, I'm not antisocial, but there's this game called StarCraft, and I really like it. And the Pro League starts late, so I sleep, and I just play StarCraft. So I actually haven't talked to anyone in class about the midterm. So I don't know anything about, can I still take it? Look, I want to do well, Prof. Rao. I really want to do well. So, can I take it? And he's like, he like did not know what to do, because like I'm not being like I'm just like so he lets me take it. He's like, well, take it and then I'll just figure out what to do later. So I took it, and he apparently like went to other professors and was like, so I had this student who didn't even know about the midterm and didn't take it, and then only found out when we passed back the graded ones. So what do I do? And they're like, he did what? And like, yeah, he just didn't know. He just had no idea. And get this. This is why Harvey Mudd's the greatest school ever. He docked me 10%, and that was it. Cheers. So yeah, like this is I want you to know, no matter how bad you ever mess up, it's really not that big of a deal. Marky said, so you got a 90. No, this is Harvey Mudd. Like the average on most tests is somewhere between like a 40 and a 60. The average. Like this is not one of those schools where most people get A's and a couple of underachievers get B's, right? This is a school where like if you got 63%, you fist pump because you're like, fuck yeah, nailed it. Someone's like, oh, you got a 63? There are exams that I've done so badly on when they like do the thing where they like show out all the grades and there's like a little hump around, you know, the average in the 50s, and like I got a 12, and like I'm trying not to look at the left side of the bar graph because I don't want people to know that I got the 12. I'm just like trying to stare straight there at the 80s range, just like and ignoring this one over here. It's like so stressful. Alright, let's go on to another game. This game's good. Let's where is it? Oh wait, it's been reorganized. I see. Here we go. You guys gotta go Harvey Mudd, man. It's the best college in the universe. Alright, let's go here. Spawning up in the top right hand corner. It is